Welcome back, guys, to Second Take Football Edition. I am your host with your other hosts, Chris and John. Chris, a lot to talk about from week two. Let's reflect first on last Thursday night's game with Philly and Minnesota, man. Give me some, what'd you like, what you didn't like, pros and cons. Let's talk about it.
Ah, there's a lot to unravel, man.
Let's talk about your cousin first, man. He's showing
He's a
up, man.
dog.
He's showing up.
He is. He's gonna have a breakout year, rookie year.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
gonna do
He's probably
big
gonna be
things.
defensive rookie of the year, man. Jalen Carter. The guy's gonna be defensive rookie of the year. I mean, I'll be shocked if he doesn't get it, but
I will too.
yeah,
But I mean, with the entire game, man, the Eagles look sluggish to begin the game. They have
yeah,
been. I mean, they did in week one too, but and a quick turnaround in on Thursday. But I'm pretty sure they got booed in the first quarter.
yeah,
They were getting booed.
yeah.
You know,
Typical Philly fans, man. I mean, you and I, we both know, man. We've been to that stadium multiple times. Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts. I saw him run I think he gained like what, like 3 yards, maybe 2, 3 yards, and he got booed. I'm like, bro, it's Philly. I'm sure he's used to it. But
yeah.
what else did you see? Anything
I
that
mean,
caught?
we got to rely on the run game, to be honest with you, because that's going to open up everything else too later down the line once the run game stops. But DeAndre Swift, he had a very big game,
Yeah, most yards
and
by since 2013, I think it was.
wow,
Yeah, since LaShawn McCoy in that snowball game, I think
yeah.
Eagles fans remember that against Detroit. So yeah.
What did you see?
What I saw, dude, I saw a lot, man. I mean, first off, let me start off with the Vikings, man. Dude, 0-2. I'm surprised he went 0-2, man. I mean, Kirk Cousins in prime time, he's 11 and I think he's 20 with that loss. He's 11 and 20. So he's got a losing record. But man, they used Justin Jefferson, like they moved him around really, really well. I was actually really surprised. But I think we talked about this briefly too, like after the game or during halftime. He's like, Philly played a lot of zone, man. Like, dude, like
Yeah,
you got a wide receiver like Justin Jefferson, you cannot play zone on this guy, man. I mean, I'm not saying don't ever play zone, like no, play zone, but like you gotta be man to man. I think I sent you that clip on Instagram with Slay talking about wherever he goes,
trying
he
to
goes,
mirror him. Yeah,
yeah, but like they weren't really playing man to man. He got like what, like I think 10 catches for like 170 yards, something like
something
that,
like that. Yeah,
something
it
like
was
that. So,
ridiculous.
yeah, and that fumble, in the touchback in the end zone, I was like, oh, it's like,
Thank
geez.
God.
I mean, I'm surprised too. And then the guy who made the tackle was Terrell Edmonds too, which I'm like, why wasn't it Slay? So anyway, kudos to the Vikings. First off, I mean, even though they're 0-2, man, I think they moved him around really well. They threw some stuff at Philly that they weren't expecting. I mean, they didn't win. Philly lost. That's cool. But like I think they caught Philly a little off guard with the way they moved him. They used him really. I think if they used him like that all season, he's gonna be like an offensive player of the year. I'll
I
tell you that.
agree. I
Uh,
think we need to our defensive coordinator. I think he's gonna have to step up.
Yeah, I agree too. I think I think from that game, I mean, we'll see how it goes on Monday and we'll talk about that a little later on. He's got to play more, man. I mean, I think, Eagles made a lot of mistakes. They said Stephen A. Smith in first take, we're second take. Remember, we get our second take, damn it. Anyway, he said that the Eagles don't have the swagger from last year. I agree, but I also feel like that swagger is going to come.
Yeah,
Only he didn't play in the preseason. Like, I think that's huge. I think the Bengals were another team too that like Joe Burrow got hurt, but like none of their starters, I don't think, played in the preseason. And that hurts. I mean, look at them; they're 0-2, so
yeah,
it does matter. But anyway, and then along with Philly, I mean, Philly, listen, they front seven looks good. D line, I love Jalen Carter, man. That's a dog. He's a dog. I can't wait to see him against Tampa. But Jalen Hurts looked all right. I mean, he didn't look terrible, but a couple plays he missed, but he looked. I mean, he looked better. He looked better than he did in week one, which I think he's only getting better and better and better. He's going to look better with Tampa. So,
I
and
agree.
DeAndre Swift, man, oh my God, that surprised me. Like he just got all that yardage. I mean, homecoming. He's from Philly, went to Georgia, but man, yeah, that was shocking to me. I wasn't expecting him to go off like that.
Yeah,
So,
it was a great game though.
yeah, yeah, I agree. So anyway, kudos to Philly 2-0. Fuck the Vikings 0-2. I'm just kidding. No, no, but seriously, we're gonna talk about that a little later on. But anyway, what else did you see besides that game from Sunday and Monday. I mean, do you want me to start? You want to start? How do you want to go?
Go ahead.
All right, cool. I mean, first of all, I had for me, my game of the week was the Jets and Dallas, man. Dude, Dallas just man, they look dominant on defense, man.
Yeah, but I mean, with Zach Wilson, it's a completely
True,
different
true,
team.
true. I mean, I agree, and I think Sauce he did a really good job covering
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. Yeah, because CD Lamb he just oh yeah, that's what I meant. My bad. I had that backwards. Yeah, but yeah, CD Lamb he just tortured them.
Yes,
I
he
mean,
did.
that's another one too, man. It's like Jets defense is another one that has to step up too. But that was actually a good game. I was actually pretty entertained. I mean, I think Dallas that defense, man, it's gonna be they're gonna finish top five. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're definitely gonna finish top five.
I think they're going to be number one.
You think,
To be honest with you.
I think the 49ers, man, and we can talk about that too, but they're looking like lights out, man. They are lights out. Like it's just crazy. Like here, let me look at the scores real quick of last week. I'm just pulling that up on my phone. They had who did they play? They played the Rams, and that was a good game too. That was a really good game. I think Brock Purdy had a pretty solid game. Not really. No, he didn't. No, he didn't throw any touchdowns. 206 yards, 17 passes.
Dude, who the fuck is this Puka Nakua guy?
Oh, dude, he came out of nowhere too. 15 receptions, 147 yards. That's what he had. That's
Dude,
crazy.
in my fantasy in my fantasy league, there's one guy. His name is Matt. He messaged me and a couple other guys saying that your wide receivers are trash. You need Puka. He's gonna average 200 receptions for the year, and blah blah
uh,
blah.
I
So
don't know
he
about
sent
that.
me a trade for Puka from Joe Mixon.
Mm.
Don't there's no to that. Once Cooper
I
Cup
mean,
comes back,
it
what the
depends.
hell is this kid
I
gonna
mean,
do?
it depends. I don't know what your fantasy team is looking like. If you're like me, I'm weak at running back. With Nick Chubb going down, shout out to Nick Chubb. If you're ever watching this, we wish you
Shout
luck.
out to Nick Chubb. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, you never know, man. You never know. But
He's
listen, we hope.
rehabbing.
Hey, listen, we just hope he recovers quick. That's all. I hope it's not career ending. I mean, I know he's ending his season, but man, that was tough. But back to what we were saying. Yeah, Puka, man, that guy. Wow, he's not gonna hit 200 receptions though. He'll probably get. I think Cooper Cup is. I think he's down right now. Once he comes back, his touches are gonna drop.
I agree, but
He's
it's
not gonna
like
hit
what the hell?
I
Flash
think
in the pan, and automatically want to say that my receiving core is trash.
yeah. Damn, bro. What's your record in fantasy?
2-0. Come on now.
Oh, I'm mad. Me
What
too.
I look like?
Two leagues. I'm 2-0. I'm 4-0 total with both leagues. So, oh, awesome. So 2-0. Cool. Let me see. What other games real quick, and then I'll pass on. Oh, dude. How about the Broncos and Commanders? That
Oh
oh,
my god.
Mary,
The
bro.
Hail
Oh,
Mary at the end, and then the fact that they couldn't score 2 points.
yeah, but dude,
They
that Hill.
couldn't convert on the 2 point
What were
conversion.
the
That's
chances?
terrible, man.
What were the chances of that? Oh my god! I was like, I literally watched. I'm like, let me just see this last play. I'm like, it's a 1 in a million shot, bro. When he caught that, I was like, I couldn't believe it, man. It was unbelievable. But they didn't win, man. I'm like, Russell, he threw it in coverage, like, bro. You could have just ran that to the outside or something, like, oh man. But that was one. And let's see what else we got. What else? What else? Giants coming back from the dead. That was one. They were down like
Yeah.
yeah, they came back from the dead, man. Beat the Cardinals. So that was
Poor
good.
Saquon too.
What's that?
Poor Saquon.
Yeah, I feel bad for Saquon, man. He's out for a few games. So that's another one we wish him
At
would
least
speak.
he's not out for the season. At least it's only a high
True.
ankle sprain, not
I
like
mean,
a
that is
broken
true.
ankle.
Yeah,
Because he got
yeah,
rolled up on pretty bad.
yeah. Yeah, I agree too. I think that's gonna hurt the Giants too. I mean, I think they were
Oh,
relying on
100%.
so they're gonna have to go. I don't know about Matt Breida, man. I'm not crazy about him. I actually picked him up fantasy, but then when the Cleveland Browns they signed Tony Hunt, I just dropped him and picked up
Tony Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. I'm sorry, Kareem Hunt. I said
Who
Tony
the
Hunt. My
fuck is Tony Hunt?
bad. He's a running back from the Eagles. I used to play with them at like 2008, 9. I was thinking about him for a second. I always get them
Jesus
confused.
Christ.
Yeah, he was like a fullback for the Eagles for like a few years. Anyway, I'm sorry, man. I know all my Eagles players from back in the day, but anyway, yeah, they signed Kareem Hunt this morning, so I think that's gonna be boost for
You see the trade today?
what's that?
You see the trade? Cam Akers to the Vikings?
Oh, I like that too, man. Imagine if he would have played. I think if he would have played in that game Thursday night, they probably would have won that. Honestly,
I
I feel like that.
mean, I don't know. I don't know how good Cam Akers is. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's an NFL player, so he's definitely better
Yeah,
than I would ever be. But
yeah.
like, I don't know. Like, he really hasn't had a shot. Like, I feel like the Rams really kind of like did him dirty. Not really did him dirty, but like,
Mhm.
I think he deserves a second chance.
I think so too, and I think he's at the right team too. I mean, I
If
think
we're gonna give Carson Wentz multiple chances in the league, like,
the
come on, Cam Akers
yeah,
deserves
yeah,
one.
yeah. So I like Cam Akers. I think he's underrated, but I think he's a solid like a flex option for fantasy. But I like
Yeah,
Cam Akers. I
if
like
he
him.
can get his touches, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think the Vikings. I hope they use him like the way he's supposed to be used because we all know how that one, like for example, DeMarco Murray when he came to Philly from Dallas, like we
Oh
didn't
my
know how to use
god.
him. And, like I'm just saying. I just hope that I'm not saying he's DeMarco Murray, but like I hope the Vikings use him properly, which I have a feeling they will with that offense, the way they move. I think they're going to use him properly. I think he's a good fit, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's a really good fit over there. So I think there was multiple teams looking. Vikings, I thought were the best ones. So yeah, we'll cheer him on. We'll see how he does. Let's see what else. What other surprises, man? Let's see who's All right, Chris. Let me ask you this, man. Who's
Oh
your
god.
surprising 2-0 team? There's seven of them. I have the little list here. We got
Yeah, give me a list. Give me a list.
all right. We got Philly, Dallas, Washington. So three in the NFC East. Okay. We got NFC South, which is three of them there too: Atlanta, New Orleans, Tampa Bay, and then we got the dogs, San Francisco, and the West Coast.
Honestly, out of those teams, I would say Atlanta.
I agree. I think the same thing, man. That's surprising me too that they're on there.
I
that
feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think
or
they,
Washington. Washington is
nah,
surprising
I
me.
called Washington from the get go. Yeah, 100%. Well,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure in our first podcast, I said, watch out. Washington's going to give Eagles a run for the money for the division. I'm pretty sure I said that.
I think you did say that. Yeah, I think it just surprised me that they're 2-0. Like they should have lost to the Broncos. Keep it real, like that Hail Mary. If they would have completed that too, I think they would have lost in overtime. To be
I
honest,
don't think so.
they got lucky.
First off, no. Brian Robinson, that man is on a mission.
Hmm.
He is running like someone stole his money.
Let's see, what was his numbers? I'm gonna look at his numbers right now. Oh yeah, 87 yards, two touchdowns. Not bad, not terrible. 18
But
carries.
he was running physical.
Hmm. I mean, hey, if he had two touchdowns, yeah, he had to do something right. So yeah, I agree with that too, man. I think now do you feel like let me ask you this too. Do you feel like that's what 2-0 team do you think is gonna be the first one to lose out of those seven? Tampa? I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, obviously Tampa.
Oh no, they're
Tampa's gonna
Monday night. No, well, no, they're Monday night. So you get forget that.
Tampa's gonna lose this week no matter what. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, we'll
I
talk
don't
about
know because I don't know who everybody plays off the top of my head.
yeah, we'll figure it out. When we do the picks, we'll figure all that out and then we'll go from there. So all right, now on the other hand, what 0-2 team is surprising you right now? Dude, I got a lot of surprises for that, man. The 0-2 teams.
Give me a list.
All right, we got let's take a look right now. Let's take a look. We got New England.
That's
Okay.
not surprising.
All right. We got Cincinnati. We got
That's
Houston.
Cincinnati's really
We
surprising.
got here's two one of these teams is solid. Chargers and Denver. Okay.
Chargers
We
surprising.
got Minnesota and Chicago. Wow, it's a lot of 0-2 teams. Carolina and Arizona Cardinals.
Honestly, the Chargers and the Bengals. Who's most surprising?
Yeah, I
I
agree.
haven't
I
really
think
been able to watch the Chargers because
mhm.
they're a West Coast team, so we don't really get them on TV. But when they
Yeah,
flash the red zone, like, I mean, I see them making good plays, but I just feel like their defense is making stupid ass mistakes. I
yeah.
think Derwin James had a few. I think he had a roughing the passer and
Mm.
a unsportsmanlike conduct for a hit in the head
Oh, I heard
in
about
the
that. Yeah, I
game.
saw that too.
So, like, I
Saw
mean,
that.
I don't know how big they affected the game, but if it did, then they're shooting themselves in the foot. And the
Yeah,
Bengals, Joe. I mean, we've been saying this every week. Joe Burrow's not healthy.
yeah, he's really not, man. He's really not, man. Like they just look horrible, man. Like, dude, their offense is just like it's like completely shut down, bro. It's just like
Yeah.
like
I mean, they came alive a little bit this weekend.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, they did, of course. But like they started off just ice cold, man, like just nothing, man. I was like, gee, I was
Yeah,
surprised. I was like, oh my God. I was like, really? Like he only had, I think he had like two passing yards or something like that. It was like a really
it
small
was
number.
ridiculously
I
low.
was like, bro, I can't believe that. That was crazy. So
Yeah,
for me, I would say if I had to choose one, let's go back to the list. You picked the Chargers. I'm gonna go with the Bengals, man. I mean,
I
I'd say
took both.
both. I'm also gonna go with the Bengals too, man. That's surprising for me, man. I mean, last year they did start off 0-2 last year, and they made the playoffs. They finished
That's
off
very
12.
true. Very
So
true.
we'll see how they do week 3. Hopefully they bounce back and they don't go 0-3. If they go 0-3, man, that's a problem right there. Something's
I agree.
yeah, Cincinnati is definitely surprising me at 0-2. That's a surprising team. Now, what 0-2 team, in your opinion, Chris, do you think will make the playoffs? Now you know it's difficult when they're 0-2, but out of those teams, which one do you think has the best chance to make it? Do you want me to give
Honestly,
you
huh?
want me to give you the list again?
No, I'm just
Okay.
thinking.
I'm
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
obviously, like, I mean, off the top of my head, I think the Chargers and the Bengals. Like, I think they end up making the playoffs. I think the Bengals end up making the wild card, and I think,
NFC.
well,
Uh,
NFC, I would have to say, I think the Bears.
you think the Bears are gonna make the playoffs?
I think they're going to turn around. I think Justin
Really?
Fields is
Wow.
gonna turn something around. He's going to take the heart, and he's going to switch it up. Hot
Hmm.
take, hot take.
You know what's something with the Bears, and I don't know if the people watching, I don't know if they know this or not, but literally their defensive coordinator literally just resigned this morning.
Did he really? I did not know
Yeah,
that. Damn.
yeah. I think
All
his name
right.
was
Well,
Alan
shit. Someone's
Williams.
going to step up.
Yeah, Alan
Oh
Williams
wait,
retired.
no. I saw a tweet. That motherfucker got raided by the FBI.
Really?
Yeah, because one a former Bear is an FBI agent in Chicago, and he tweeted, or he went to the owner, the GM, and the head coach,
Mhm.
and told them about the raid.
Wow. So he resigned,
So
huh?
I mean, he was doing something wrong
Mm.
on and off the
I didn't know
field.
that. I didn't know that. Wow. Well,
Yeah,
hopefully the Bears can turn that around with that drama. Oof.
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Oh man, I did not know that. All right, for me, real quick, and then we're gonna get into another topic here. I'm gonna go with AFC first. The one 0-2 team that I feel like is gonna make it. Let's see, let's take a look here. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think they can turn it around.
I do
I
too.
I just think the Bengals, man, they're just oh man, let's see how they do this week, man. If their offense steps up, I would say all right, the Bengals. But dude, it's just like Joe Burrow's not healthy. I like Justin Herbert, man. He's playing his heart out. I think they're gonna turn it around. I think they're gonna
I
make the
agree.
playoffs again. If they don't, that coach is gonna get fired. I'm telling you that right now. Mark my
Brandon
words.
Staley's gonna get
Yeah,
fired.
if they don't,
100%.
if they go 0-3, man, they're not gonna make the playoffs, and he's gonna get fired. I'm telling you that right now. He's probably gonna be one of the first coaches to get fired.
They were calling to him for him to get fired last year.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. All right, NFC. Let's see who I got. Who do I have in the NFC now? I think 0-2. I'm gonna say Minnesota, man. I think Minnesota picking up
Fuck Minnesota.
playmakers. You don't think so? I think they're gonna.
Nah.
I think they're probably gonna be a wild card. They're not division wise. That's a tough division too. Oof, we'll talk about that later on. As the weeks go by. But man, I would say they sneak in. I would say they sneak in. I think Minnesota sneaks in.
We'll see.
Will they go deep? I
No,
don't
probably
know.
not.
Go deep. The reason being is like they still have work to do on defense. Like I mean, when I saw them Thursday night with Philly, I mean Philly did throw a couple bombs at them. Devontae Smith caught one for a touchdown. Even the one with AJ Brown, even though it was a penalty, I think it was like 30 yards. I mean, still
Yeah,
that was red zone defense almost. So yeah, I mean, they got some stuff to clean up. They have to
yeah,
clean up some stuff. So once they clean that up, I think next year they're gonna be even more better next year. But I would say Minnesota. I think they sneak in. I would say they sneak in, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win the first one, but I don't see them winning the second rounds, the playoffs. So, but what else you got? Anything you want to talk about, Chris?
yep. Let's talk about Deion Primetime Sanders.
That's
and
different. I'm
how
not college
that
football.
fucking Colorado team is. They are the
I think you watched.
star of. They are the star of college football right now.
Mm.
They look, man. I watched. I stayed up to watch that game on Saturday night. First off, that the kid who hit Travis Hunter. First off, he should have been thrown out of the game. I mean, it is unfortunate that he is receiving death threats and all that. Like that's. I mean, people need to realize like it's a game, but he should have been thrown out. He targeted him late after the whistle, didn't have the ball, out of bounds, everything you could possibly think of.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure he lacerated his liver.
Jeez.
But Dion is taking, and Colorado, Shador Sanders, they're all taking America by storm. And I look, I'm ready to order my Shador Sanders jersey from Fanatics.
That's funny. I'm not into college, man, but dude, that's all I heard about. Besides the NFL, that was like the main topic everyone was talking about, just that Colorado game. Everyone at the job and
Yep.
everything, like, did you see that game? Well, I don't watch college, but I
You
gotta get
got
into
dude,
college, man.
you got listen, this
Yeah,
week they're
I gotta
playing
get into that.
Oregon.
Yeah.
You gotta watch them play Oregon, man. That's gonna be a great
Yeah.
game.
And I'm in a state where there's a lot of college teams, man, Florida. So I'll go to one of these. I'll probably go to one each, one game each, and pick a favorite team. How about
Go to the
that?
University of Miami with me.
Hey, the U, why not? We'll check it out. But yeah, wow, that's interesting. Like, I didn't know that you said all that. So I gotta look at the highlights. I gotta look at the highlights
Yeah,
on
you
that.
do.
So cool. Let's talk about this real quick, Chris. I want to bring something up too. Tua Tagovailoa, man, 5-0 against Bill Belichick. That's
Nah.
crazy, dude. You don't see that a lot, especially with Bill Belichick, the Hall of Fame coach.
It's
Uh,
Bill Belichick without a team.
what's that?
It's Bill Belichick without a team. Like it's not like he has Tom Brady and all the pieces that he used to have. Like it's Mac Jones.
Mhm.
Who's their running back? Ramondre Stevenson. He's pretty damn
Yeah.
good. But
Mhm.
who's their wide receiver core?
Yeah, they don't really have a deep wide receiver core. Let's take a look here. Who's
I
the
think they got what? Juju, Devontae Parker.
I know Juju's one of them. Let's take a look here. Hold on. They got their let's take a look at the wide receivers. They got Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne he's pretty damn good. He's pretty
Yeah.
good.
They got Jalen,
But like who?
Jalen Hurd, not Hurts, but Hurd. God, that guy's 6'5". Jesus. They're all pretty tall too.
Yeah,
Uh,
look,
I'll
man,
take that back. I'll take that back. No, they're not really tall. I think he's the tallest one.
they don't have a receiving core. And
Devontae
I don't think their offensive line is that good.
Jalen Rager.
Yeah, exactly. He's punt specialist. The fuck out of here.
Yeah, Juju. Yeah, Tyquan Thornton. Wow, they don't really have anybody. Hmm.
So
They're tight end.
he's not playing against the Patriots. He's playing against a bunch of ragtag fucking people thrown together to play on a team to play football.
Mhm. Yeah. Wow. So 5-0. So are you telling me that you feel like if Belichick had a better team, Tua wouldn't be 5-0 against them?
No, I mean, I think it would be more even than 5-0. Don't get me wrong. I think two is going to win one or two games
Yeah.
because I mean Tyreek Hill is hard to stop. Jalen Waddle's hard to stop. Raheem Mostert is running his ass off. He's going to be hard to stop,
They're looking
especially
good.
when you're trying to cover Tyreek Hill deep. Like you're going to have to drop people back to help, so he's going to have open lanes.
Mhm.
So I
And
just feel like it's there's a little bit of give and take that needs to happen.
there's two teams right now in the AFC that are undefeated. Dolphins are one of them. Ravens is the other.
Fuck the Dolphins.
So are you saying that the Ravens are the better team in the AFC?
No,
So you feel like
I
the
think the
Dolphins?
Ravens have a better defense, but I think the Ravens are missing pieces in their offense, and they got lucky that they were playing a Bengals team that's hurting right now.
That is true. And Odell got hurt too. I mean, not that they're
I
Yeah,
mean, my
not that
man
they're a
secured
star
$15 million for what?
player. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, there's not really a big threat in the AFC. I mean, even like the Chiefs, man, like they don't really have any wide
Nope.
receivers. Like, there's not really a big threat. I mean, I think week 3 is going to show a lot of who's really like that big threat in the AFC. Honestly, the Jaguars are even looking good, man. Even though they lost the game, like they're looking pretty solid. Calvin Ridley and all them,
I
Christian
mean,
Kirk.
honestly, if Aaron Rodgers didn't get hurt, I think the Jets would have secured the Super Bowl
Oh yeah, oh
very
100%.
early too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man, I feel bad for Aaron Rodgers, man. I think he definitely could have beaten Dallas. Just saying,
Oh,
like that. I
100%.
think I think he has a winning record against Dallas in his career. I don't know what his record is, but I know it's a winning record. He tortures Dallas all the time,
He
so
does.
I think he could have definitely beaten them. So I mean, Zach Wilson, he's not looking
Exactly. It's Zach
promising.
fucking Wilson.
Yeah, but it was a good game though. That was a good game. It was like it was really close, and then Cowboys just dominated like the second half, and then they just like took
Yeah.
over. So I was like, all right, it's Jerry's world. You know what I mean? They're at home. So what else you got, Chris? Anything else? You got anything else that you want to talk about?
Nope.
Let's just
Let's roll into next week.
all right, yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it next week, man. You want to do our picks now, or you want to talk about any
We'll talk
star
about.
players?
We'll go through and we'll talk through it.
All right, yeah,
We'll
sounds
go
good.
through
Let's
each game. How about that?
let's do it. Let's do it. You want to share your screen here? I think I may have to give you permission. Okay, cool. I think I gave you permission. If you want to share your screen, I mean, you don't have to, or I can do it. Either or.
I got you.
Okay, let's do it, man. I'm excited, and then we'll talk about that. Oh, and by the way, for those of you watching, we're gonna have a guest speaker very soon. All right, hopefully by next week, if the guy coordinates or whatever, we'll have somebody come in here. So stay tuned. And don't forget to like and subscribe, leave some comments, give us some feedback. What do you guys want us to talk about? Okay. So let's do it, Chris. I'm excited, man. Let's talk about
This
Thursday
game. This game is gonna be a blowout.
night. All right, let's talk about Thursday night. How about that? And then we're gonna go through our picks after that. So you want to start with the picks first, who you got, and then we're gonna go from there?
I mean, we'll go game by game. So I mean,
Let's do
I
that.
San Fran's gonna win. San Fran, like
Yeah,
it's
oh,
no doubt,
they're at St. Fran. Yeah, no, 100% they're gonna win. I mean, that defense, dude, they're just lights out, man.
and
I
it's
think
not gonna be
I
close.
think that's gonna be number one defense right there. To be honest, I think Dallas is gonna be number two, but I think San Fran's gonna be number one. They got Bosa over there. Like, I just think that's dominant defense, and I'm surprised the way they're playing with D'Amico Ryan's going to Houston.
Yeah,
They're just they're playing like they're angry from last year from Philly ending their season. So I got San Fran on this one, man. I just New York's a mess, bro. I mean,
it
no
is,
Saquon.
especially with no Saquon. Yeah,
Yeah, that and like their defense, they just have got a lot of holes on defense, man. They really do. They got a lot of work to do this off season.
they
They,
do. So
yeah, they gotta sign some players. They gotta like y'all needs to like bulk up on both sides of the ball, to be honest, because we don't even know if Saquon's gonna be in New York next year. He might even get traded this year. Who knows?
that's 100% true.
Yeah, he might get traded this year or even next year in free agency, man. He might be gone. So New York has a
Yeah,
lot of they got a lot of things they gotta work on. So
100%.
and keep in mind, for those of you that don't know, Danny Dimes is 1-10 in primetime games. That's the worst record since 1970. That's
He's one
crazy.
in 10.
He's 1-10.
Is he new Kirk Cousins?
Oh God. Yo, he might be low key. God, bro, he's 1-10. That's crazy. Now, listen, I got San Fran on this one. So, Chris, any feedback? Anything that you feel like is gonna surprise you with this game?
I mean, the first. I mean, Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa is gonna get his, and he's gonna get there often. But I think my player of the game is gonna be Fred Warner. To be honest
Mm,
with you,
I agree.
that man's a dog. I think he's gonna have an interception and a few sacks.
Mm. Ooh, all right. We'll see about that, man. I'm gonna watch this game too. I'm actually curious. So we'll see. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a blowout. I mean, they're at St. Fran. If it
Hundred
was at
percent.
New York, maybe, but even if they were at New York, I would think it'd be a slight blowout, but not crazy. But because they're at home, man, I gotta give it to San Fran.
Yeah,
Let's go down the list, man. Who do we got?
I got Cleveland in the next one.
All right, Tennessee.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I lied. I lied. I lied. I lied. I lied. I lied. I don't have Cleveland. I have Tennessee.
Okay,
I
for
think
this,
Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to step up and take a big game away from Cleveland. Even though I think Cleveland's defense is pretty good, but
mm,
I just think without Nick Chubb, I think they're going to be able to. They're not going to be able to move the ball as well because you can focus on the passing game a little bit more.
yeah, I think Kareem Hunt. I mean,
Bro, did you see pictures
he's
of
gonna be.
him?
What's up?
Did you see pictures of him?
No, I didn't.
My man, look, my man looks like me running the ball.
Really? Oh, gee.
I'm a big ass motherfucker.
He probably looks like Eddie Lacy.
Oh my Eddie Lacy, what a
You remember
he
Eddie?
was a Popeyes biscuit away from being a tight
Dude,
end.
the guy, oh my god, I gave him a nickname, man. I called him Cheeseburger Eddie. I'm like, bro,
Oh my god,
that guy got big, bro. For those of you that don't know Eddie Lacy, man, he was a running back for the Packers. What was it, Chris? Like about like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, something like that.
nah, I was longer than that. It was like eight or
Longer than that.
nine.
Anyway, that guy was like, he was like toned up. All of a sudden, like in 2 years, man, he just like,
Blew up. Yeah.
bro, he just blew up. And then I started calling him Cheeseburger Eddie. I'm like, bro, sweet Jesus.
Who you got?
Uh Tennessee and Cleveland. I'm gonna go with Tennessee just because Cleveland. I agree. I mean, dude, the whole run game thing, man. I'm gonna go with Tennessee on this one.
All right, we got Atlanta at Detroit.
It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna give
I'm taking Hot Atlanta.
really.
Bijan Robinson, Dijon.
Ah,
He's gonna run all over him.
oh man, I got Detroit on this one, man. They're at
Ah,
home. I got Detroit. I like the way they're playing. I'm not crazy with Jared Goff, but I do like that they're just playing with
they
they
got
got
swag.
yeah, the swag. They got the swag too. And speaking of players and all that and the swag, CJ Gardner Johnson, man, I think he's out for the season with a pec injury. So former
Damn,
Eagle
I didn't know
too.
that.
Yeah, former Eagle too, man. So we hope he gets a speedy recovery
That's a
also.
big loss. That's a big loss.
And that is a big L for them. So I think it's gonna be close, but I gotta go with Detroit, man. I gotta go with Detroit in this one. I like Detroit.
We'll
So
see.
all right, let's see. The next one, we got New Orleans at Green Bay.
I got Green Bay just because of the home. I think these teams are pretty evenly matched. But going into Green Bay is pretty hard,
Mm,
and I think that's going to be the icing on the cake for him.
You think New Orleans is gonna be the first 2-0 teams to lose then, huh?
Yes.
For me, I gotta go opposite, Chris. I gotta go New Orleans, man. I think I think they're gonna come back, man. I think they're gonna win by like less than one score. They're probably gonna win by a kick, to be honest.
I
I
can see that.
see, I see this being a defensive game, man. I mean, they're two good defense. I like Jordan Love, man. The guy's playing. He's underrated. A lot of people aren't talking about him, man. But I like Jordan Love. I like him this season. So I gotta go with New Orleans, though, man. I like Derek Carr. They're they're playing well. And Alvin Kamara comes back in week 4. So
Yeah.
they're gonna, yeah. I like New Orleans in this one. So New Orleans, I should say.
We'll
So
see. We'll see.
all right, Denver, Miami. Who we got?
This is easy, Miami.
Yeah, I got Miami in this one. I think Denver, man, they're just a mess right now. They are a mess. And I like Sean Payton, former New Orleans coach, but dude, they're just a mess right now, man. I don't think Russell Wilson's the answer.
Yeah, they
I
got to tune some things up.
Yeah, they got. I think honestly, I feel like he's gonna get benched. He's probably gonna get traded next year. So
I think he might retire.
you think so?
But did get Jerry Judy back this week.
Mm,
So I don't know. It might I mean that might help them, but I still don't think they win.
okay. I
Uh
mean, all right, let's go. Let's move on to the next one. We got LA and Minnesota 2 0 and 2 0 and 2 0 and 2. Jesus, I can't talk today. Teams.
yeah, Minnesota's going 0-3.
Really?
Yeah, Chargers are gonna bounce back. 100%.
Hmm.
This is that bounce back game that you were talking about.
You know what? I agree. I agree. I agree. I think because Minnesota, they just got Cam Akers, man, but he's gotta like catch up with the playbook and everything, man. He's not
Yep.
gonna like go off next week.
Yeah.
Or next week, I should say. He's not gonna go off. So I think once he gets that momentum, I mean, because you gotta get that run game going. You have to get that run game going, man. Like
Yep.
he didn't do shit against Philly. Like Philly just shut down that run. So and
And
right
I
now,
think that's
yeah,
exactly what the Chargers are gonna do. I think their
yeah,
defense is just gonna stop them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go with LA in this one too. I mean, I think they're gonna get that first dub. I think, wow, Minnesota going 0-3. I mean, it's hard to believe, man, but man, but I see what you're saying too, though, Chris. Yeah, I'm gonna go with LA. I just think they're more complete team. Man, I love the way Justin Herbert's playing, man. He's just playing his heart out right now, man. Like he's got something to prove. So,
Yeah,
and let's see, New England at New York. Chris,
I don't know, man.
you saying it's gonna be a tie? First time in the
No, no.
season.
I think this is going to be a close game, and I think you know what I'm gonna give it to New York. I think I think it's going to be a very low scoring game because I think the defenses are going to have to win their matchups, and it's going to come down to what defense has more takeaways. So I
Yeah,
think I think I think New York's going to win off a kick off a kickoff off a field goal.
I agree. I'm with you on this. I think the Jets are going to bounce back. I think that they're salty from that L with Dallas, man. They're at home too, which is the advantage. If they were at New England, that's different. But
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, I'm going to go with New York on this one too. I think they're going to bounce back. I mean, Sauce Gardner, man. I mean, they got New Orleans. New England has booty wide receivers. We just talked about that, and they got star corners. So
Yeah,
I think their tight end though is going to have a good game. So
yeah, I
uh,
can see that.
yeah, Henry. I think he's gonna have a good game with New York, but well, with New England against New York, I should say. But I'm gonna give the edge to New York. I think they're gonna win by a field goal. That's
I
that's my
mean, I could see it too.
yeah.
I
All right,
mean, it could go either way.
all right, cool. So we're running a little low on time, Chris. I don't mean to cut you off there for a
No, you're
second.
fine. All right, let's rattle them off then.
Yeah,
I got
let's
Washington.
Washington. I got Buffalo in this one.
I
I
think
like
Washington's defense shuts down Josh Allen.
really. Oh my
Yep.
god, I got Buffalo in this one. I think Washington's gonna get that L. I like Buffalo in this one. I think Josh Allen, he's just gonna bounce back.
I could see that. I mean,
He looks a little sloppy right now, but I think he's gonna bounce back, man. He's gonna get that dub against them.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. All right. So Houston at Jacksonville. I got Jacksonville in this one.
Jacksonville, easy,
Yeah.
easy.
They're,
WP.
they're just playing, man. I think they're the best team in the AFC, in my opinion. I think they're the
Yep.
best one in the AFC. All right, Indy and Baltimore. Chris.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
Without
same.
Anthony Richardson, I don't think they got it.
Oh, true. I forgot about that. Yeah,
I
he
don't
is
think
that.
Gardner Minshew can get it done.
Yeah, same. I got Baltimore. All right, Carolina and Seattle.
Seattle.
Seattle, yeah, same thing. I like Geno Smith. I got Seattle on this one. And Chicago at Kansas City.
This is the
Chris,
turnaround game. Chicago. Let's go. They're gonna
I
beat
can't
Kansas
see it,
City
man.
in Kansas City.
Only because that whole drama shit that they got going on with the defensive coordinator, man. I got
Calling
Casey.
it. I'm calling it.
I got Casey on this one. All right, Dallas at Arizona.
Dallas is gonna roll Arizona. That's easy.
I like Dallas in this one too, man. I mean, I don't think Kyler Murray's back yet. So yeah, I got Dallas in this one, man. That defense is playing lights out too. So all right, Pittsburgh at Las Vegas.
Vegas.
I got Pittsburgh. I have Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I think they're gonna win this one. All right, and the two
I
primetime
mean,
game.
we don't need to talk about the Eagles game. We know the Eagles are gonna win.
Yeah, Philly. I got Philly on that one, of course. But
So
LA,
Rams Bengals. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
I'm gonna
I
go
got
with
the
Bengals
Rams.
because I think Joe
Really?
Burrow is gonna turn it
Hmm.
around. He's gonna try. He's gonna do what he can, and they're gonna win.
I like the Rams on this one. I just don't see it with Cincy, man. I don't see it, especially not against the Rams.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Well, everyone, thanks for watching. I know we're